Welcome to the Bridge Course program. Let us see what we have learnt in the previous classes on the topic food components. So, children, why do we need to eat food or why do we need food? So, we get energy from food we eat every day. Food helps us to grow and maintain good health. Our health depends upon the type of food we eat every day. We should eat all kinds of food items. We should eat the food which helps us to grow, gives energy and health, and which help us develop immunity against diseases. Children, we eat various kinds of food items every day. So, what are the ingredients present in that food items? So, the materials required to cook food items are called ingredients. Let us take one example of your favorite food. You can take your favorite food. I am taking here veg biryani. So, what are the ingredients required to make veg biryani? Rice, mixed vegetables, onions, green chilies, ginger garlic paste, spices, salt, oil and water. These are called ingredients. So, who give us these ingredients? So, where do we get these ingredients from? So, we get these ingredients from plants and animals. Are there any other sources? Let us see some examples. So, here you are observing few examples. See, cooking oil. Cooking oil we get it from plants. Honey, it is animal products, we get it from honeybees. Chips. Chips are if we take potato chips or banana chips, those are the plant products. Turmeric powder, it is a plant product. Salt, is it a plant product? Where do we get this salt from? We get salt from sea water or ocean water, and also we get the salt from rocks or from the mines. So, rock salt we are getting it from the mines. So, that is other source. Dough. Dough means pindi. So, we get it from plant products we get the dough from different grains and cereals. Meat. Meat is an animal product. Rice, plant product. Eggs, animal products. Sugar, plant product. Peanuts are the plant product. So, we get different kinds of ingredients from plants and animals and other resources also. So, children, what part of the plant we eat? What part of the plant we are using for preparing food items? See some examples of plants, the parts we are eating from. Fenugreek. Do you know the fenugreek? We commonly call it as mentulu or menti. So, we eat the leaves and seeds. Cauliflower, we eat the part of the plant is flower. Mustard, aval, we eat the seeds in that plant. Sugarcane, we eat the stem of the plant. Carrot, we eat root of the carrot. When comes to the onion, in onion we eat modified stem, that is the stem, and also we eat the leaves of the onion. Leaves and modified stem. Modified stem is called as bulb. Another one example is cabbage. In cabbage we eat leaves. Asafoetida. Asafoetida is ingua. We commonly call in our Telugu language is ingua. We get this ingua from the secretions of the root and stem. That is the resin secreted by the roots or stem. Do you know the components present in the food we eat? These are the most important ones that we should know. First one is carbohydrate, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. Let us see one by one what they do, why they are very important. Carbohydrates are present in the form of starch in the food items which we are taking every day. So, where these carbohydrates are present? You can see the examples here: paddy, wheat, jowar, maize, barley. These are called as cereals or cereals. So, I think paddy is wari, wheat, goduma, jowar, jonnalu, maize, mokkajonna, barley. So, another one grains are there, those are called as millets. So, these millets also contains the carbohydrates. Pearl millet we call it as bajra, sajjalu. Finger millet, ragi, little millet samalu, foxtail millet korralu are called as millets or chirudanyalu. Nowadays people are more depending on the chirudanyalu when compared to the cereals. These food items give the necessary energy to our body. We need energy to grow, to work, also for our organs to function properly. Children, do you know that our brain depends on carbohydrates for energy. So, every day we need to eat carbohydrates. Do not skip our meal. So, here are the pictures of the grains which we have discussed in the previous slide. You can see the ragi plant and the ragi seeds, and pearl millet, maize, jowar, paddy and wheat. These are the grains which has carbohydrates or starch. So, one more important component, that is proteins. You know why the proteins are very important? These proteins are useful for the growth of our body, and also these proteins are useful for the healing of wounds. So, where do we get these proteins from? Bengal gram, green gram, black gram, chickpea, peas are the sources of proteins. So, these are all called as pulses. We call them as pulses. Along with them, milk, eggs and meat help in our physical growth. These are also has the proteins in them. So, when we injured, some cells die. So, what happened to those cells which die? They are replaced by the new cells to heal that wound. So, these new cells formed by using some proteins in our body. Nutrients called proteins are essential to heal wounds. These proteins are found in pulses, dal. Pulses are also called as dals, and also in the animal products like meat, milk, eggs. Apart from proteins, pulses also contain starch, vitamins, minerals, salts in minute amounts. In foods like fish, eggs, meat, milk, we find abundant amount of proteins. Milk contains calcium. This calcium is useful for the strengthening of bones and teeth in our body. So, one more important component of food, that is fats. So, where do we get these fats from? So, you can see the pictures here, different kinds of seeds like sunflower seeds, groundnut seeds, sesame seeds, palm seeds. These are all seeds have fats in them. And also in animal products like butter and ghee also gives us fat. All oils contain fat. So, why fat is useful? Fat is useful for us to give energy. When compared to carbohydrates, fats give us more energy. Okay. So, when compared to carbohydrates and proteins, vitamins and minerals are needed in very small quantities for our body. That's why we call the vitamins and minerals are micronutrients. Carbohydrates, proteins and fats are macronutrients. They require in larger amounts. So, they are essential to our body. We fall sick if they are not taken enough in our food. They give us resistance to fight against the disease. So, we need to take the vitamins and minerals with our food. So, vitamins and minerals help our body to stay healthy and strong. They protect us from diseases and keeps our eyes, bones, skin and blood healthy. Vitamins are found in fruits, vegetables, milk, eggs. Minerals like calcium and phosphorus are present in bones and also teeth. Iron is found in blood. So, these calcium and phosphorus, iron, from where these minerals we get from fresh fruits and vegetables. So, we should eat all kinds of food to get enough vitamins and minerals. You can see here various kinds of vegetables you can see in the first picture. The second picture you can see the leafy vegetables. From leafy vegetables we get various kinds of minerals. This one also leafy vegetables, and the fourth one is fresh fruits. So, fresh fruits and vegetables makes us stronger and disease free. They give us vitamins and minerals. Children, one more important ingredient. So, these ingredients add taste to our food items. You are seeing various kinds of condiments we are using in our food items like pepper, black peppers, tasty salt, jeera and all, red chilli powder, star anise, bay leaf and all kinds of condiments you can see. Condiments is also called as sugandha dravyalu. Here you can see the dry fruits. Dry fruits add taste to the food items, especially like sweets. Here you can see the cashew and almond, raisins, that is dried kishmish, all kinds of dried fruits you can see. So, dried fruits and condiments also has the minerals in it and also vitamins are there. So, we need to take them occasionally. And here, so here you can see the food pyramid. So, why do we need to learn about food pyramid? So, what kind of food we need to take more and which food we need to take very in less amounts. This food pyramid explains us. So, if you see here, these are the food items which has carbohydrate. So, we need it. So, we need to eat them adequately. Adequately means we need to eat them enough. And the second one is eat liberally. We can eat as much as you want. మనకి దీని మీద ఏమీ లిమిట్ లేదు, మనం ఎంత అంటే అంత తినొచ్చు మన సఫిషియంట్గా. నెక్స్ట్ ఈట్ మోడరేట్లీ, వీ నీడ్ టు ఈట్ దెమ్ లిమిట్. సో ఇట్ హ్యాస్ సమ్ లిమిట్. moderately, eat sparingly. So it should be eat very in less amounts. So that's why it is in the peak of the pyramid. So this is how we need to categorize our food, then only we will be healthy. So that's why we say what we eat, what we are. So that's why our health is decided by the food we are taking. And food habits. This is one very important. Food habits of people change from place to place based on their region they live in. People in coastal areas eat more fish, while people who are in the farming areas eat more grains and vegetables. In cold places, people eat food that gives more energy to keep warm. So food habits depend on climate, where they are living, and also the lifestyle. These are the important things that decides our food habits. This is very much important principle that is displaying on the picture. A three-legged stool that cannot stand even if one of its leg is broken or missing. In the same way, energy giving foods, that is carbohydrates and fats. The second one is growth foods, the food that contains proteins. And the third one, and the food that help in maintaining good health, that means that those are helpful in giving immunity. Those are vitamins and minerals. These three are very much important, must be present in the food we take. Lack of any of the above makes people unhealthy. If you observe the stool, each leg is representing one kind of food item. This is energy giving, that means carbohydrates and fats. One is representing help to grow, that is protein. Another one is representing the protection of health, that means that is representing the vitamins and minerals. So each and every leg is important for standing the three-legged stool. So if we are not able to take the food which are required to our body, what will happen? You can see here. So malnutrition will occur. What is malnutrition? Malnutrition is a condition that occurs when a person does not get enough nutrients from food for proper growth and health. So it can be caused by eating too little food or not eating right kinds of food. Some people only eat carbohydrate food, so that people may suffer with the protein deficiency diseases. Some people eat only protein food, so they suffer with the other nutrition deficiency disease. So like that you can see here in the picture, the first one boy is suffering with the 𝗂𝗽𝗂𝗪 disease. So he is not getting enough proteins in his food. So that is why he is suffering with the kwashiorkor. In the second boy, you can see the bones of the boy is visible to the outside. So this is called as marasmus. The kid is not getting enough food. The food that does not contain carbohydrates and proteins, both are missed in the food this boy is taking. That's why he is very lean and thin. That disease is called marasmus. And the people and the children eat excess amounts of food. What happens to those children? So they suffer with another kind of disease, that is called obesity. Most of the time nowadays people like to eat junk food. So that junk food leads to obesity. So interesting fact about the food item tomato. So you can see here a medium sized tomato contains 1.08 grams of proteins, 1.5 grams of fiber. Minerals like potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium are available abundantly. Along with these, vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin K and other vitamins are also present in plenty. So it gives 22 calories of energy. So what we generally do, we treat the tomato as vegetable, but the tomato is a fruit. So we can eat it as raw. That means మనం పచ్చిదే తినొచ్చు. ఆ పచ్చి టమాటోలు తినడం ద్వారా ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనకి వచ్చేస్తాయి అన్నమాట. So children, how we cook food, what are the methods we have? So let us see some examples here. So method of cooking and the food, example of food we are cooking through this method. First one is boiling. By boiling we cook the food items like rice, egg, groundnut, sweet potato. And frying, by frying we cook the food items like potato, chicken. Deep frying, samosa, puri. Baking, cake. Fermentation and steaming. Fermentation process and steaming, idli. Roasting groundnuts and chicken. Grilling, paneer tikka, fish. Chopping and mixing. That means here small pieces, here cutting into small pieces and mixing. Mango pickle like other pickles. And cutting and mixing made into large pieces and mixing. This is vegetable salad and fruit salad. We see this kind of process. Methods of preservation. So we have plenty of food items. So how can we preserve them? If we do not preserve them, they become spoiled. There is no use of it. So that's why people preserve food items to increase their shelf life. So let us see the different kinds of preservative methods in this image. Drying. By drying we preserve chilies and fish. Salting, pickles like mangoes and other vegetables. Refrigeration, we refrigerate materials. We keep the materials like milk, vegetables in the refrigerator. Canning, fruit juices, soups. Pickling, lemon, mango. Boiling, milk. By boiling we kill the microbes in the milk, so the shelf life of the milk increases. Adding sugar syrup like fruits, we make the fruits as jams by adding the sugar syrup. Freezing, ice cream and green peas. So not only these food items, there are some other food items. You can give some examples to these preservation methods. Children, you are observing what? Children, what you are observing? You are observing junk food. Junk food means, what is junk food? The food which gives us more calories and less nutrients. That food is called as junk food. What happens if we take more junk food rather than nutritious food? We get deficiency diseases and also people will suffer with obesity. So we try to avoid the junk food. We need to take the balanced food. Balanced food means the food that should contain all the components like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals and fiber. So if the food contains all these, that food is called as balanced diet. So everyone need to take the balanced diet. So this is the interesting one. So what is this called? Here you can see what are the pictures you are observing. So the beautiful models prepared with vegetables and fruits. So what we call this art, We call this art as vegetable carving or fruit carving. So, see here, preparation of food using vegetables and fruits is an art. So, some people make different types of designs and decorations with vegetables. This is called as vegetable carving. Here you can see the fruit carving also. Children, up to yet we have seen the prerequisites of the food components in this class. Let us meet in the next class. Thank you.